Greetings, my little chocolate muffins, vanilla-flavoured pastries, and other assorted confections. It is I, Cleo, Games for Fight, and even though it's hot and I'm tired, I decided it's time for another opinion vlog. Ooh. Wherein I dust off the old soapbox, get up there, and wax poetic about something that is currently on my mind. Today's topic is, why celebrities so whack? Now, to preface, I do not think that celebrities are necessarily crazy, or at least they don't start out crazy. I do, however, think that being a celebrity is definitely a melting pot of terrible life decisions and unrealistic perceptions of the world that can result in behavior some might consider batshit insane. Basically, the more famous you are, the more differently you're going to experience life, and therefore, the more you're going to lose touch with a little thing I like to call reality. Think about it. For the average person, everything you do bears consequences, and how you behave is going to affect how others treat you. However, once you pass a certain threshold of celebrity status, you enter into an entirely different mode of existence. Suddenly, the consequences for your actions are a lot less severe, or at least they might seem that way. Devoted fans are going to love you pretty much no matter how badly you treat them. But even that has its limits, I'm afraid. Case in point, last night's VMAs. Now, unlike apparently everybody else and their grandma, I don't really care about award shows, including VMAs. However, I do try to stay abreast of what's trending on Twitter in the off chance that it somehow relates to something I'm interested in. And it was impossible to be on Twitter last night without seeing 1,000 posts about Miley Cyrus's provocative performance at the VMAs. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, here's a really quick picture, and then you can Google it because that's not what this video is about. Yeah. So what's really interesting to me about Miley Cyrus's performance last night is not so much the performance itself, but rather the public outcry in response to it. It brings to mind a lot of issues, such as how much is too much, is all news good news, and is this Miley expressing herself, or is it a cry for help? I do have my own opinions on that, but I'm not really going to get into them because, again, that's not what this video is about. What this video is about is how harsh the criticism of her is because she is a celebrity. That was hard to say. I'm not saying that there wouldn't be any furor if someone of Miley Cyrus's approximate age and looks did something similar, but I don't think there'd be nearly as many people talking about it. And to be honest, I don't think people would be quite as harsh. See, the thing is, when you become a celebrity, you become something other than human to a lot of people. The fact that you're so often in the public eye gives a lot of people what they consider indemnity to say whatever the hell they want about you, good or bad. And because we're all assholes nowadays, it's usually bad. However, celebrities are actually people, yes, even the big ones, and as people, they're susceptible to criticism. I recall some years back watching a TED conference put on by a prominent supermodel, whose name I don't remember, but I'll look it up and I'll put the link in the description. One thing she said in the conference that really stuck with me is, being a model is not ever going to make you feel better about yourself. In fact, it's going to make you much, much, much more critical. This goes with being any kind of celebrity, especially the kind who are brave enough to actually engage with fans. It takes ironclad confidence to read through the shit people say about certain celebrities and not be affected by it. And a lot of people simply find that challenge insurmountable. Take, for instance, the case of poor Jennifer Hepler, or as the denizens of /G like to call her, the Hamburglar. She was a writer and developer for Bioware that had her hand in the story and romance options for Dragon Age Origins and its sequel. And some of her input on working for Bioware, namely her approach to same-sex relationships, has not exactly resonated with other Dragon Age fans. As a result, she got the treat of years of dealing with very vociferous dissenters, but she called it quits when the threats escalated not only to her, but to her children. Basically, people started threatening to kill her kids for having the audacity to have her for a mom. If you'd like more information about the situation, check the video description for an outgoing link. Now this perfectly illustrates what I've been trying to get at with this video. At their core, I would safely say that most people are inclined to be assholes. It is not innate goodness, but fear of repercussions that keeps most people on good behavior. Give an already vile person the boon of anonymity on the internet, and suddenly it's a no-holds barroom brawl over who can be the nastiest and most life-ruining. On certain social websites, and I'm sure you can name at least one, it's actually seen as a contest on who can ruin lives the most effectively, hence the story of Jessie and other such online bullying catastrophes. To get back on topic, close your eyes and for a few seconds imagine that you yourself are a world-famous celebrity. You're doing what you love, you're getting paid lots of money to do it, and everybody loves you. Well, not everybody. In fact, there's a couple of people, and by couple I mean thousands if not millions of people, who every day send you messages like, "You're dumb, you're stupid, you're an idiot, you're slutty, you're terrible, I hate you, get cancer and die," and goes from there. Of course, you get many good messages too. You get many, "Oh, you changed my life," "Oh, you kept me from suicide," "Oh, you gave me a reason to live" type messages. But let's be honest. There is, in human psychology, a term often bandied about called negativity bias. It is, according to Wikipedia, the psychological phenomenon by which humans pay more attention to and give more weight to negative rather than positive experiences or other kinds of information. Now, this doesn't go for everybody. There are the miraculous few who actually have learned to ignore the negativity and focus on the good. However, the average person just can't do that. They might try and try and try, but it's simply reality that out of 1,000 you are wonderfuls, if one person says that you suck, that's probably going to be the one that you remember. This goes for celebrities as well, especially when it's the negative news that tends to get the most headlines. Case in point, look at CNN.com's questionable decision to make the Miley Cyrus VMA performance their headlining story, and subsequent Onion.com burn of the century. Really, it's something you have to read to believe. Check the description for the link. I'm not going to read the entire Onion article because that'd be plagiarism and because it's funnier if you read it yourself, but I will read you this one paragraph that I thought especially drove the point home. Pretending to be from the perspective of Meredith Artley, managing editor of CNN.com, the article says, "So, as managing editor of CNN.com, I want our readers to know this. All you are to us, and all you will ever be to us, are eyeballs. The more eyeballs on our content, the more cash we can ask for. Period. And if we're able to get more eyeballs, that means I've done my job, which gets me congratulations from my bosses, which encourages me to put up even more stupid bullshit on the homepage. I don't hesitate to call it stupid bullshit because we all know it's stupid bullshit. We know it, and you know it. We also know that you are probably dumb enough, or bored enough, or both, to click on the stupid bullshit anyway, and that you will continue to do so as long as we keep putting it in front of your big idiot faces. You want to know how many more page views the Miley Cyrus thing got than our article on the wildfires ravaging Yosemite? Like 6 gazillion more. That's on you, not us. Now, as I said, I encourage you to look in the description for the link and read it yourself, as it's as hilarious as it is biting and really brings home the point of how ridiculous all this is. But to bring this all back to the whole celebrity thing, please keep this in mind the next time you tweet at, email, or otherwise message one, whether you're saying how much you love them or threatening to kill their children. Celebrities are people too. I mean that celebrities are still, at their hearts, actual human beings, and are never deserving of the hatred that so many of them have to deal with. It is not okay to think that just because they're famous, they deserve your enmity, and even if you dislike a celebrity, try to keep it constructive. Now, as for those of you who actually go out of your way to be cruel, who think of it as some kind of game to cause the most damage, I really don't know what I could say to tap into what shred of humanity might remain inside of you. All I can ask is that you read what you've written, and try, just try, to see it from the perspective of whoever you're sending it to. Some things in life are okay to joke about, some things aren't, and it's different for everybody. It's up to you to find the line between jokester and seething piece of shit. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I didn't piss anybody off too much, but if I did, please let me know in the comments so I can at least have a chance of defending myself. Otherwise, I've been your host Cleo of Games Are for Fight. If you like this video and or found it useful, please like it and share it with your friends. And leave a comment with your own thoughts on the subject. Bye for now!